Follow-up is on this day. And then when I get that follow-up, on that day, they watch the video, vision, and the opportunity. And we did I'm calling it napkin presentation. You could call it 730Q. So what I want everyone to do right now is get a piece of paper and a pen. And I'm going to have you do an exercise with me. And this is exactly what I do. And I'm going to see if I can just turn this way and actually bring it up a little bit so you guys can see it better. There we go. Is that good? All right, thanks. I think we'll be able to go that way. Okay. So here's how I did the 730Q. And this is so important for them to understand this. One, it'll help them with their decision to sign up. Two, it will help them get started right once they do sign up. And if this right here that we're going to talk about is one of the most important things you can understand, because this is what will take us into momentum when we start working this formula the way we need to. It's the way we haven't done before. We weren't working a formula before. We were just signing people up. We were selling it. Now we're going to work a formula that's going to duplicate one person to the next, okay? So most of the time I do this over the phone. You can do it in person either way. Let's pretend we're on the phone with each other, okay? So, all right, Betty Ann. Yes. So I want you to get out a piece of paper and a pen, okay? She took it. Yes. That's what I do. Have them go to the ways to get started. I've asked them those couple of questions. After they send the card, I asked a couple of questions to Terry. You remember those questions? Okay. And then I have them go to ways to get started and watch whichever one they said they were most interested in first. But then I usually will have them watch the customer one too, because they're going to want to show people too. So you can have them watch either one, both of those. And then watch the videos, whichever one you want to recommend. If they're looking at the opportunity, I recommend opportunity and vision. So watch those two before we talk again. And it could be that they have time right there. And it's like, okay, watch those and then call me back in 10 minutes or I'll call you back in 10 minutes or 12 minutes. Okay? And then the last piece is say, well, once they see the $395, even though obviously we know for a business that's not a lot of money. But do you ever have people be like, $395, I don't have any money? You ever hear that? Okay, so I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to show you how you're going to get that $395 back and more in your first 30 days. And so, you know what? This is something I don't recommend to people. I'll say this to them. This is something I don't recommend to people. I don't recommend people put things on a credit card. But you know what? If you're going to be starting a business and you're serious about starting this business, do people go out and get business loans for hundreds of thousands of dollars to start a business that they're going to take years and years and years to pay off? Yes, they do. Would you be willing to put $395 on credit knowing that you're going to get this back in 30 days? Yeah. To get started in a business that can make you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for the rest of your life? Ask those questions, right? Say, okay, so now I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. And I want to show you how you and I, Betty Ann, are going to work together. I'm going to work with you. You're not by yourself. I'm going to do this with you for the next 30 days. And this is what's going to happen, okay? So at the top of your paper, I want you to write $395 and then put a circle around it. That's you getting started. Okay, so that's your investment. That's you getting your business up and rolling. Only $395. Now, what we're going to do in the first 7 days, remember that list of names that you wrote down? Okay, I want you to tell me, Betty Ann, just give me the names of 2 people that come to mind right now, and they may not have made their list yet. This might be happening before they made their list. Give me 2 names that come to mind that you think would probably want to use this as a customer. Anybody you know.
My mom.
Mom.
And my sister.
Sister. I want you to write, and again, we're on the phone, I want you to write just to the right of your $395, Mom, and then underneath that write sister. We're going to show them, and they're going to sign up in your first 7 days. In fact, as soon as you upgrade, we can call them and sign them up as soon as you upgrade. And on those 10 cards that you're sending out, make sure the first 2 go to your mom and your sister. Okay? Now, to the right of your mom and sister, we're going to do that within 7 days of you getting started, and you're going to make $50, right? $50 to the right of your mom and sister. Your first week in the business, you're going to get a check in the mail for $50, okay? Now, tell me this, Betty Ann. Now, give me the names of maybe somebody else that you know kind of like you that would like to make some extra money. Maybe they want some help for retirement, or maybe they're a stay-at-home mom, or maybe they're a business person who sees a good opportunity. You know, give me 3 names of people like that, or somebody you kind of want to work with in the business.
Tammy, Brad, and Kevin.
Okay, now I want you to write those names underneath your $3.95, just one after the other, okay? So Tammy, then Brad, then Kevin. So as you're showing people, we're going to do this together in your first week and a half, 2 weeks. We're going to show these people together. And then as soon as Tammy gets started, we're going to help her get her first customer. Her first either 31 or 2 980s, whichever the case may be. And guess what? When she does that, you are going to make $140 when you help Tammy get her first customer. So write 140 to the right of Tammy's name, and then go ahead and write it to the right of Brad and the right of Kevin. And then go ahead and add that up, Betty Ann. That is $420 plus add the 50, and that is $470 you are going to make in your first 30 days. Isn't that pretty cool?
Yep.
So you can not only pay off your business loan, but you made a profit of almost $120.
Hallelujah.
So that's pretty cool. Profit mode within 30 days. Now, it gets even more exciting though, Betty Ann. You know what's going to happen next? Because you did that in 30 days, you actually earn the position of certified trainer. Just write CT underneath everything. And now, every person that you get started, you're going to actually help them the way I'm helping you. And you're going to make an extra $40 on top of the money that I've been telling you, just for helping them get started. Or taking them to a training event. You know, they sit beside you in the chair, somebody else does the training, you get paid $40 for sitting there that day, or that couple of hours. So that is, if you do that in 30 days, that's a pretty cool thing. That actually is worth thousands of dollars to you getting that done in 30 days. But now, guess what else happens? You're getting a few more customers during that first 30 days as well. And so you're going to now be qualified to be manager. Now write manager under CT. And now we'll keep showing people with the tools, have them send a free card, see if they want to make some extra money. And now you're going to run across some other people. Let's say you talk to Bob, Sue, and Mary. And then I'll just give them 3 names there. Now, because you're a manager and you've been promoted now, actually twice, when you help Bob get his first 2 customers or first 1 preferred customer, you're going to make $240 for helping him get his first customer.
Really?
Yes! And then write 240 by Sue and 240 by Mary and do the math. $720 is all going to be profit your second 30 days in the business.
Wow.
So,
Plus 40.
plus the 40 on top of all that. So really 280. I forgot about that. I haven't been telling you that. Plus your 40 for your CT, because you're certified now. So now you're making 280 on each one. So that's 840, right? $840 you're going to make. Would you be able to do something with an extra $840 next month?
Absolutely.
What would you do with that, Betty Ann?
I'd go shopping.
Okay. All right, Betty Ann, I tell you what. Let's put a date on our calendar in 60 days, and we're going to go shopping.
Yeah.
All right? But ask them. Maybe they're like, oh, I'm going to pay off this, or oh, my kid's going on a mission trip this summer, or going to a summer camp, or what would you do with that $840? So if you're ready to get started with me right now, Betty Ann, this is what we're going to do, and this is going to happen if you will work with me. Because I've been doing this for a little while, and I know it works.
Cool.
So are you ready to get started?
Yep. Absolutely.
She's ready to get started. Okay, let's go to Ways to Get Started, and click on MD, and you walk them through the sign-up process. Was this valuable?
Yeah.
Yes.
What if you did this with every single person who's looking at the business, and then they do it with every single person that's looking at the business. And those people get started, and we start getting people 730Q qualified, and you start getting one, then they get one, then they get one. Guess what is different about this than the old way we did it? How did you make a lot of money the old way we did it?
You had to do them.
You did it all. I did most of the work to get to where I am today. Because it was like a sales job. How many of you guys want a sales job? Right? Now, this way is everybody doing a little. Can everybody in this world find a couple of customers and 3 distributors?
Yes.
Absolutely. So anybody can do it. And that is, I mean, are you guys excited? When we get our mind wrapped around this, and we start teaching it to the next person, the people who want to come on board and see the vision and see where we are as a company right now, getting into momentum in the next 1 to 3 years, we will all make money. As Don said, someone is going to make a lot of money. It might as well be you, and it might as well be me. SendOutCards, we're ready to go to the future.
Yay!